Hi,
Miss
Jim.
Kennedy, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Glad to meet you.
Yeah, it's good to meet you, too. Yeah, you can sit down as you did. Okay.
Thank you.
Alright, so I guess before we begin, I just wanted to explain to you that I'll be taking notes while we're doing the work together. Well, does this bother you or anything
Oh,
like
not
that?
at all. I've had many people take notes on me.
Yeah, it's just standard. I need to have the information.
That'll be fine.
So our therapists can look at it and
Okay.
assess your needs. Alright. So I just have some basic questions that we always ask everybody when they're coming in.
Surely.
So I'll just ask you some questions. Okay, well, who referred you here?
Well, a couple people. First of all, my primary care physician.
Okay.
And also my therapist who thought that I might begin to need some extra help, maybe in a group setting, something like that.
And why did they refer you here?
It's for alcoholism.
Okay.
And basically they thought that they were reaching a point where they couldn't help me as much as maybe a group session could. So they advised me here.
Okay. Okay, alcohol is your current problem. Okay.
Yeah, no drugs, just alcohol.
Okay. So you've seen your primary care physician and psychologist.
Yes.
And so what were the outcomes of this contact? Was that at all helpful?
Oh, they were both helpful in a lot of ways. My primary care physician gave me a drug called Antabuse, which was helpful in a good bit of the situation. But the problem with the Antabuse is that you can plan on not taking it if you are going to continue drinking. So she thought that maybe I needed some extra help with that. And my therapist was reaching a point where she thought that our sessions individually may not be as helpful.
Okay. All right. And have you been seeking any AA or anything like AA or?
I would like to get some more information on that. I plan on doing that, but as of right now, I've never been to an AA meeting.
Okay. So, are there any other ways that you're currently coping with this problem, or?
Well, my family's always been helpful. I live with my wife and daughter, and they're both very, very helpful to me. But I'm afraid that if this gets any worse, if the alcohol goes downhill, then I'm going to begin to lose relationships with them as well.
So your family's like a support, I'm guessing, but anybody else in your life that you consider part of a support system?
My wife and daughter are certainly supportive, and my brother is very helpful, as are members of my other family, I do trust my PCP and my therapist, and I also have a priest who I could talk to, although I haven't informed him of the problem yet.
Okay, well, what is your profession?
Well, I've been a teacher. I've taught for over 30 years now.
Okay. All right, and do you enjoy that?
I've loved teaching. It's been very, very good for me.
Okay. And what is your current living situation?
Like I said, I'm living at home. I live with my wife and daughter. We live in a stable household. We basically own our own home.
Okay.
And the only reason that that is beginning to bother me is that if this alcoholism gets worse, I may lose relationships with them.
Okay. And what would you consider your hobbies, or what do you do for leisure?
Well, I still do read. I try to write a little bit. I take great pleasure in the dogs that we have. They are very supportive. They calm me down a lot. I have played sports in the past and have been very successful in those, but as I get older, that's beginning to, I'm not able to use those as much anymore.
Okay. And then we have to ask this, not that I think you're at any risk for anything, but do you presently feel stable? You don't feel as though you're a danger to yourself or others? Any suicidal thoughts?
I've never felt
homicidal
that.
Thoughts?
No, I've never felt that. I really think the only problem I really want to get help with is to control the alcohol before it gets worse, and I might start losing relationships with my family.
Okay. So is this, you're saying that you're an alcoholic, is that something you would want to work on, together and in this institution?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, that's kind of why I wanted to come here. I think that talking with people who have the same problem as I do would be a big help to me in finding some ways to cope.
Okay. Well, gathered what I need. looks like we can begin to start seeing you, pretty soon.
Sooner the better.
Yeah, we would probably be able to start next Tuesday. You come here at 6 in the evening, I guess, after you're done at work.
Okay.
That would be about 2 hours.
That's fine.
So this is group therapy.
Good.
Obviously outpatient. So you'd be with a group, but you would have some private time.
That sounds just like what I need.
Great.